Oh, g'day, g'day. All right. Tuesday, April 1st. All right. All right. Just got off a bunch of meetings, heading over to do the Prime Suspects podcast in an hour. Then I'll be on Twitter Spaces with Vegas Horsepool. I think 5 Pacific, 6 my time, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm going to be late. Let's have a look here. We're going to do first. NBA. All right. Let me check baseball, see if there's any games that are kicking off shortly. I have no idea how last night's results went. I think I said the Giants, which last time I saw they were up, so I think they won. I can't remember if I think I had something in the NBA and I think I saw that it lost, but baseball. All right. First baseball game is in 15 minutes, 2 of them. All right, let's have a quick look. Let's do the baseball first. So, Mets being a 60% chance to win. We've got like 75% of the money on them. It's even on the sharp side. It's not enough money to worry about. Run lines. I will say one thing I've noticed is that sharp players don't seem to play run lines. There's little to no volume on the run lines from what we regard as sharp or pro or master or whatever we call them, and that includes bonus whores, arbors, originators, steam chasers. I'll get the full list one day, but that's 4 of them. Let me jump to the Rangers Reds, as that one's going off soon. We're looking at sort of 75% of the money on the Rangers, 75% on the under, 90% of the sharp money on the under. The house is going to need the over, but it's not one that I'm putting out there as needing. The most of the money is under 9 minus 14. I'm seeing 8.5 around the same price, so that's obviously well gone. So nothing really there in those 2 early games. So I'll go back to the National League, Braves, Dodgers. So I've got 60% of the money is on the underdog, the Braves. 90% of the sharp money is on underdog, the Braves. I look at the numbers that were played. So the last bit of sharp stuff was at plus 121. I mean, there's money at 148, 140, 129, 128. First 1240. So, I mean, this is just a number that's ran down. So, obviously, there was a lot of early money on it. Then it got out the gate. Then it was back in. So, you're not getting any prices, I don't imagine, on that. Total, like 70% of the money on the over. Sharp money, there's not much. American League. Okay. So, we've found one. Minnesota Twins, who in theory call them 60% chance of winning this game based on the numbers, has 78% of the money on them. And we have 92% of the sharp money is on the White Sox of the underdog. Now, you'll see what the numbers are for this, because I don't want to. It's not horrible. The bulk of it's like 149, some at 141. I'm seeing numbers around of still 140, 141. But definitely I don't see any 149. But I'm not looking that broad either. So going by the methodology, high number of sharp money on the White Sox, high number of rec money on the Twins, The number that the sharp money got doesn't exist anymore. Well, some of it does on the bottom end of 141. So play it as you want. Total, there's nothing there, and there's nothing worth noting on the run line. And then we go to the Mariners. Like, it's 92% of the money is on the Mariners. 93% of the money, sharp money, is on the Mariners. So the house needs the Tigers on this one. Total, saying 90% on the under, but it's not big numbers. Let me just see. Under 7 minus 15. Under 7 minus 19 is kind of where a lot of it is, and as you can see, I think it's a little shorter now. Go to the Interleague. We got 76% of the money on the Rangers. 80% of the sharp money is on the Rangers. Not big money, but it's there. If you want, just give you a bit of an insight of where that sharp money's at. It's at minus 140, 141, 142, 144. I'm not sure if those numbers exist anymore. The total, we're looking at 75% of the money on the under and like 95% on the under and the sharp money. Under 9 minus 06. So I'm seeing now it's like 8.5 under 15. I'll pick them, so I'm likely to get that number around. I don't know how much value this information, based on the fact that these numbers really don't exist anymore on where a lot of this money sits, but do with it what you shall. Diamondbacks, Yankees, we're looking at 70% of the money on the D-backs, balanced on the sharp money. Let's see if we got here. We've got total. 72% of the money is on the over. 84% of the sharp money is on the under. Let's see if the under exists anymore. So we're looking at under 8.5 minus 07. So it's not far off. I'm seeing some under 8.5 minus 12, minus 11. For those shoppers out there, might be able to find it. Yeah, proper under. So definitely that one. We're looking at the Yankees under, I say 8.5. Geez, it's been a long day. Yeah, under 8.5. Okay. And I spoke too soon on the run line. So we have 85% of the money on the Yankees plus 1.5 laying, and 100% of the sharp money is on the minus 1.5 taking. So, all right, forget about it. The sharp money was at minus 1.5 plus 60. So that was a long time ago. Let me just give it, look at it and see. Yeah, it was at like 10 a.m. this morning. Maybe I need to, with the baseball, do some kind of early show. Maybe some of the numbers are around. Let me try and gauge when these movements are generally happening. If any of you have any of you have some data or some understanding on when these lanes generally move, depending on my schedule or whatnot, I might be able to jump on a bit earlier and give some of this out. Right now, usually by this time, meetings are done, sort of caught up with everything. Kids are home from school, and just I have some time to go through this, or I'm just about to leave the office, and I sort of do it before I leave. Pirates, Rays, so we're looking at 67% of the money on the over, like 95% of the money. Let me do this again. The Pirates is where the money is, and 95% of the sharp money is on the Pirates. They are the underdog. We are going to need, the house is going to need the raise. If I look at where that money is, it's at plus 156 and plus 150. So, again, those numbers are gone. Total's fairly well balanced. Online, there's not much. Nationals, Jays, we're looking at 80% of the money is on the Jays. There's nothing on the sharp side. Total's fairly well balanced, nothing there. Brewers, we're looking at 74% of the money is on the Brewers, and they are balanced 100% 50-50 by the sharp money. Heavily bet in the over. Sharp money's on the over. House is going to need the under. And just again, looking at that. Over 8.5 minus 0.1 minus 0.8. Yeah, and it's like 12, 11 and 12 now. So Angels, Cardinals. We've got 70% of the money on the Angels, 90% of the sharp money on the Angels. House is going to need the Cardinals. Just see where this Angels money's at. Oh, all over the place. Plus 133, which I'm sure you're not finding. Plus 127, probably unlikely finding. 125, but there's still some at 120. I don't know if I'd be following that one. On the total, we've got 80% on the over, and sharp money's pretty balanced, not that much there. As a blend, most of it's over 8, a little bit over 8.5. Average lay price is over 8 minus 13, over 8.5 at even. 66% of the money on Giants, 55% of the pro action. Not enough on the total or the run line to really speak of. Padres, Guardians, 50-50, very well balanced there. 100% money, sharp money on the Guardians, but there's just not that much. And the numbers it's at is, we got like plus 44, plus 48, plus 51, plus 54, which still exists. So no CLV there for those early bettors. Negative. I'm sure most of you know what I feel like about CLV. Balanced on the total. Sharp money 100% on the under. And it is under 7.5 plus 0.3. Good luck if you can get that price, I guess, is ultimately what it's looking like right now. There's significant money on the plus 1.5 here, 90% of it, but it's a proper number, so we'll make note of it. Cubs Athletics, 68% of the money on the Athletics, 96% of it sharp. House will need the Cubs. Master money is at plus 122, which looks like it's still around. So, if you want to be on the sharp side and the money side, Athletics is still around at plus 122. The house is going to need the Cubs. Total is balanced. All right. And let me check that college game that I said would be a play yesterday. If it stays as is to the weekend. Plus, there's other college games. All right, so the sharp money's balanced up a little bit on the Duke Houston, so not as much as I was looking at yesterday. Still plenty of time. Other college games, why not? We're on here right now. 66% of the money is in North Texas. 90% of the sharp money is on Cal Irvine. Let's see what these numbers are. Got 10 minutes still before the game. +2. +2 is where it sits at. Let me just check this. That's 80. Okay. So that's still there. Total 66% of the money on the under. It's not much there. Chattanooga, Loyal Chicago is balanced. The sharp money's on Chattanooga, like 90% of it. Total's fairly well balanced. Oregon State Financial Florida is already playing. Colorado Villanova. We are 85% of the money is on Villanova. 92% of the sharp money is on Villanova. So the house will need Colorado. Let's see what that sharp stuff is. It's at -4, -3.5. So it's probably not available anymore. We're looking at 85% of the money on the over and 80% of the sharp money is on over. So we're going to need the house, we'll need Colorado and the under. Maybe there's a parlay there. Tulane USC, very well balanced, very well. The total 66% on the over, 82% of the sharp money on the over. It is at an array of numbers, as low as 51.5. Jesus, how long have these games been up for? A week? Seems like they have been up for a week. Some late action is over 158 and some other sharp money under 159.5. All right, NBA. 76ers Knicks. Balance to the penny, sharp money, balance to the penny, total money, balance to the penny, and the sharp money on the total balance to the penny. And there is a shit ton on the big price favorite. So maybe a nice underdog win would be good. Okay, Browns fan 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll see what we can do with an early show on the baseball. Thanks, Clark, for last night's tips. So that's good. Good to see that there was winners. Trailblazers, Hawks, balanced. I mean, 53% of the money's on the Blazers. I'm not gonna, mind you that if I say balance, it's under 55%, and it's not worth noting for me. And the same on the sharps. The total is balanced, and Jesus, there's some good bookmaking going on with these numbers today. And then you get your typical, wreck money on the lay in the 200 or whatever else there. Warriors, Grizzlies. 58% of the money is on the Grizzlies. 84% of the sharp money is on the Grizzlies. Let me tell you what those numbers are at, just as some added flavor. 5.5, 5, 4.5. So that looks like that number's bobbed up and down. So it's now +6. So no, sorry. It opened 6 by the look. So it's heading down. So it's at 4 right now. We're looking at 80% of the money on the over, 80% of the sharp money on the over. So we're going to be looking for an under there. 68% of the money is on the Suns, 50-50 of the sharp. Totals 60% on the over, sharp money 60% on the over. Raptors, Bulls. 82% of the money on the Raptors. 87% of the sharp money is on the Raptors. And that is at +4, which still exists. So, but the house is going to need the Bulls. Balance total, not much from the sharps. Okay, no one likes the Spurs tonight. We've got 80% of the money is on the Magic. It's balanced 50-50 from the Sharps. Let's see, just out of curiosity. +4.5 taken, +4, -4, -3.5. So still around about that number. Total's balanced, nothing exciting there. Some days they're just balanced. Bookies do what they're meant to do and they balance. Nuggets, Timberwolves, we've got 77% of the money is on the Nuggets and 66% of the Sharp money is on the Nuggets. So we will need the Timberwolves. And the balance of that is at -3, +3.5, and +2.5. So it's still at 3.5. So that was pretty tight. And that about does it. Total is balanced. That's pretty much it. So, boy, here's when you add the baseball in there, it becomes a bit of a session, just a bit over 20 minutes. So, let me have a little closer look at the baseball, see when a lot of these stuff's moving, which I'm guessing it's around 10. I don't know if it's 10 Pacific or 10 Central or 10 Eastern. I'm guessing it's going to be more around 10 Pacific, and I'll take a look. All right, let me just check. Clark is asking White Sox and Yankees. So, yep, White Sox. I'll just double confirm. White Sox is a play, and yes, the bulk of the money was at 149, but there was some taken at 141. And then the other one, Yankees under 8.5. Yep, that's the one. Significant money on the over, super sharp money on the under. And that was under 8.5, average price 108. So I can see like 114, 104, 106, 107, 106, 103, 111, 114, 110, 110, 110. So if you can get yourself an under 8.5 -110, you should be in good position. If you're getting better, fantastic. All right. Good luck all. Catches maybe tomorrow morning. I'll have to look at the schedule. All the best. Cheers.